Okay, looks like we're live. Woo! I literally have no place to go with anything now. My poor dog is like, I can't get in there with you. Poor Jack. Okay, let's see if we can find us. That's always the beginning, right? There's Shelly. Hello, hello. I'm a mess. That's what I am. I'm a mess. Last couple days, I have obviously wanted to be on time and on schedule with 1 o'clock lives. And the last couple days have just not let me. Alicia, holla. Hello. How are you? Oh, thanks for being here. Hi, Carol. Thank you for being here and not giving up on me. The last couple days have been bonkers. Oh, Shelly, sprinkling with blessings and love. Thank you so much. Hopefully Grammy will be able to hop in the chat. Her and Dad had to go. They had eye doctor appointments today. They were getting their eyeballs checked. And I think I go, I better look. I go next week. I know, I'm trying to hang in there, but I'm like that poster with the cat that's barely hanging on to the tree. And I'm like, yeah. And you guys, this rain is making my hair crazy. I don't know what it is, but after I turned 40, my hair got curlier. It was a little bit curly, but now it's just curly. Crazy curly. So yesterday, worked on some paperwork. Thank the Lord for my parents. My mom managed a credit union until she retired, and my dad managed a huge budget and a lot of staff at his job at the oil and gas industry. He worked at a refinery, and they're both good with numbers and paperwork. And I, however, am not. That is not my wheelhouse. I just want to make pretty things and order pretty things for the shop and go to market and find more pretty things for you guys to buy. That's my favorite. So thankfully for them, I am not alone in the bookkeeping department. Thank you, God. But then today I went down in the basement and I found water. There's nothing more terrifying to someone who has a business out of their basement and finding water. Fortunately, no inventory or any of my personal craft supplies were touched, but my immediate thought was, oh my God, all this rain. But in reality, it's coming from my kitchen sink. Something's happening. My dad's going to come over and look at it. But there's a possibility that we're going to need a plumber. But in all honesty, and of course this is Daddy's girl talking. There's really not anything my dad can't fix. This is going to be loud. I'm sorry. Should have taken him out ahead of time. And again, this is me encouraging you all to check out Grammy's D-Stash boxes that we have in our Etsy shop, because I may have stolen this little guy. He's cream colored. He's foam. I think he's foam. He might be plastic. That sounds plasticky, doesn't it? Let's do a quick test. Oh, he's plastic, but that's okay. Him can be glued. How's everybody doing? Is everybody good? Is it raining where you are? Because apparently in the Midwest, we're going to have a biblical number of days and nights of rain. So I haven't seen Marty yet, but she was the winner for blessing our page day before yesterday. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Holy cow. Shelly, isn't it cute? Cream colored fuzzy bunny, but he has more detail than some of the other ones that are popping up in all the shops. He has a little pink nose and lips and eyes. I'm probably gonna do something, put a different bow, or maybe add a little flower. But anyway, I stole him from the D-Stash stuff, and in the store that we like to call Grammy's Basement. So, Marty Pawnee, thank you for blessing our page, and all of you that have helped us out. We've been doing as many lives as possible this month. We've had a couple snafus, couple little hiccups, if you will, technical problems. Me not feeling good occasionally. I'm late today because of the water in the basement, but we're doing okay. We're hanging in there. I mean, what's the date? March 24th. We're just going to keep going until we can't go no more. I was going to do one every day in March, and there's still tons of projects, tons of things I want to show you guys. This is one of the candlesticks that we glued the foam to that day that we were prepping a bunch of stuff. This candlestick came from Hobby Lobby, but you gotta wait for the sale. Some of these things are kind of spendy. This Robert Stanley collection. So this one's a nice size, 10.5 inches tall, wood candlestick. I know it wasn't too bad. It was $19.99, and I'm sure that I got it on sale. So I'm keeping all my tags. I'm trying to make sure I take everything out of inventory if I use it. But Etsy is making me bonkers because a couple of the things that I know, I double check the inventory. It's not updating, and a couple people have bought something that was already sold out. And I hate that. Like, I hate telling someone, I'm sorry, we don't have this. Oh, 1999 was a good year. Yes, it was. I graduated from pharmacy school in 1999 and started my, well, I had always worked in a retail pharmacy. And that's all I had ever done, actually. But that was the year I graduated. Probably my skinniest year. If I look back, you know how, as a woman, we have that crazy estrogen that makes us think that like we're not pretty, and we're not, it makes us doubt ourselves. So we always think, oh man, I need to lose weight. Now in my 40s, I wish I was as chubby as I thought I was back then. Yeah. You were in your 40s in 1999, and now you're in your 60s. Yeah, it's crazy. My mom and dad always said, time is going to start going by faster. And I was like, that's impossible. It already goes by too fast. But my mom and dad they're sneaking up on 70. And Grammy's taking it not well. So I always want to do something big for her birthday, and I've been instructed to not mention it. Hi, Jessica. I'm talking. Okay, I'm going to go over here and get some moss. So I always keep 2 colors of moss because, well, that was a nice shot of my tushy. I like this real green. I think they call it grass green, but I like this green sometimes. The real true green. I like that sometimes in certain projects, but I like this natural also. So I always keep 2 buckets with 2 colors. Of course, now you can get moss in like heck, so many colors. I'm going to use the natural. Natural. So just a reminder, if you bless our page or spread the love, you get entered into a drawing and your name will get called tomorrow. Then at the end of this live, we draw an attendance prize. Ashley, honestly, Amazon. I mean, I always try, if I can, to find other small businesses. But darn it, Amazon, to be honest, you can get the Super Moss, which is my favorite brand. And you can get it in pretty good quantities. And I want to say 5 pounds is not quite $50. I'll find you a link though, because it took me a while to find the brand that I liked, because some of this moss is nasty and stinky, and some of it isn't very good quality. Like, it'll have a bunch of other twigs and just junk in there. So the Super Moss is my favorite brand. Amazon. Makes me feel bad to say that, but sometimes you just got to hit up Amazon, you know? So normally I moss my project at the end, right? I always say, like, I shouldn't I shouldn't say I never or I always, because there's exceptions. I usually moss at the end because if you moss everything, can get in your way. I made a mistake early on of squirting a whole bunch of hot glue and smacking my moss on there, and then it hardens up, right? So I couldn't get my stems in where I wanted to place them. So that's why I started mossing at the end, which is tricky. You inspect everything, you go in. If you don't want to put any more greenery or florals or whatever filler, then you just make a little ball of moss, put it in there, and put a floral pin. I think I'm going to put some moss real loosely around the outside on this one. Thank you. No judgment. This is a no judgment zone. Rosario just hit up Hobby Lobby. Oh, girl, what'd you get? What'd you get? Tell me everything. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Melissa. Hello. Grammy actually might not be home yet. Her and Dad, they had eye doctor appointments. So I've got some floral pins. And just really loosely, I'm going to go ahead and moss around the outside. And I just kind of pull it apart a little bit. I try not to make a mess, but this stuff is messy. I got to scoot you guys over here. Come with me. Because I need to just dab that floral pin in the glue pot and stick that in. So we're going pretty loose because we do want to be able to get our picks and everything in there. Yeah, Mom's been having some trouble with her vision. I I feel bad for her because she just can't catch a break. My dad went and had a cataract removed, and it was like no big deal, piece of cake. He wanted me to take him to Five Guys burgers and fries afterwards. And, of course, when mom had it done, it just wasn't as simple. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, have I missed it? Oh, hi, Pamela. Rosario's telling me what she got. I need to see this because I'm nosy. Nosy. I can hear my husband in the other room. He must be back from the storage unit. Guys, my dog, my golden retriever, is just obsessed with my husband. That's his best friend. We got some planters and some wall decor and an Easter basket for the granddaughter. Can we talk about how jealous Mom and I are? I mean, we love my nephew, obviously. But he's our only one. And he's a teenager now. And he's still a sweet kid, but it amazes me how they just stop talking. I don't think I don't remember. I'll have to ask my mom if I quit talking to them when I was a teen, because I don't remember ever not talking. Jack is doing much better. Thank you. This is gross, but the first day that we cleaned his ears, it was really yucky, and got the medicine in, and now it's nice and clear, and looks good. He's so good. Golden retrievers are just, they're so easygoing. I mean, he likes being brushed every day. He lets me clean his ears. Although it's funny, I was telling Mom, I picked up the white bottle of ear cleaning solution, and he just walked off. He was like, nope, I've had enough. So I tried to do it pretty loose. So if you do moss before, just a tip or trick, if you do moss before, make sure, pull your moss apart, get it nice and loose, stabilize it with some floral pins in a little dab of glue. I mean, you're gonna lose some loose pieces, but it's on there. It's not going anywhere. Oh, you got some ribbon with daisies. Oh, fun. Colleen's up for spoiling. Grammy's here. Hi, Grammy. Okay, so Grammy and Papa both had their eyes checked, and that's good. Mom, I told them, I encouraged them again to check out your D-Stash boxes on Etsy, because this little guy came from Grammy's basement. He's a cream-colored flocked bunny, and look, he's got a little nose and lips and those eyes. But he's not foam, so we're going to have to really glue him on here. Oh, Ashley, yes, double ear infections are no good. For some reason, I have been getting sinus, ears, and chest more often than I'd like. And I think Mom had that recently too. Her ear was bothering her. I'm looking at the candlestick to see how I want him to face. Or her. This way. Okay. Oh, don't hold Grammy responsible for anything she types she can't see very well. Okay. Well, sometimes autocorrect can really get you. So I'm gonna take, you guys, these silicone little spatulas. My brother got a set for me and a set for my mom. And the glue, after the glue dries, you can just scrape the glue right off, and they don't melt in the glue. Awesome. So I'm putting some glue on the bottom of the bunny. Yeah, Mom and I have to go get our eyes checked pretty frequently because we have lighter colored eyes, and we're showing signs of macular degeneration. Okay, so again, no barbecue shish kebab skewers on this one because he's plastic. So I'm just holding him on there. So Mom and I take special vitamins for our eyes. She's really good. She never misses hers. I've been having so much trouble with my stomach lately. I probably haven't taken mine in a week, but it's called I Promise, I believe, and it actually can reverse the macular degeneration. I'm going to cut my head off a little bit here, but you can see the bun. Melissa. Amazon. I was just talking about how I really, really try to shop at small businesses, but the last two things I've mentioned, I've gotten at Amazon. Shame for shame for shame. But I'll get the link. I am an Amazon affiliate, but it's because there's so many random things that you use in crafting, and that darn Amazon just makes it too easy. They make it too easy. So I grabbed some of my extra, I want to say my singles, things that I have one left of, because these are really good projects for getting rid of some of your single items or your partial. I don't know about you, but I don't throw anything away. I have a pick down here that we used some of it. We didn't use all of it. I had pulled it apart. It's got a little purple, some cream, berries. These are great projects to use your leftovers. Oh, the candlestick, Christine, that came from Hobby Lobby. I kept the tag. Robert Stanley Signature Collection, wood candlestick. This was 10.5 inches tall. And it was $19.99, but I'm sure I got it on sale. So I liked this like flocked look of this greenery that I had, and it doesn't have a tag on it. So how hopeful am I? Thank you, Shelly. Yeah, I've just been super frustrated because of my stomach's just been like really bonkers lately, and I got so frustrated yesterday because I wanted to make a couple doctor's appointments. Okay. Shelly says a good crafter never throws anything away. I know. I have sections for my partial picks. Now I cut this as absolutely long as I can first, because it's better to have the length and then not need it. But okay, so I was going to call and make an appointment for my mom, and I was going to call and make an appointment for me yesterday. And I couldn't. I had to download an app to request a phone call or an email for them to call me. What? So I'm giving this a bend. And I'm kind of getting in here to see about how long I want it to go. And I might lose a little bit, but again, I'm not throwing anything away. Oh, go get your car inspected, Colleen. Oh, you're welcome, Christine. Welcome. Christine said it was her first time here. Welcome, welcome. Christine is my middle name. So I'm just putting this one in and seeing if I like the placement. Mom says she's bad about shopping on the internet. She feels guilty when she passes the mall. I know we've talked about that a lot. But I'll tell you what, I feel less guilty now than I used to, because my mom and I have our very favorite mall over on the St. Louis side, and they've had just a really crazy amount of crime. I mean, they've had shootings in the mall. They've had muggings in the parking lot. That one's too long. Just trim that one up too. So I don't know. It's just a shame, because that mall that I'm referring to was not only our favorite, but it was a place that I wouldn't think twice about going by myself. When I lived on the St. Louis side, I would go shopping there by myself. It's just such a different world. My mom was telling me a story the other day about how when she was pregnant with me, she wanted to go shopping, and no one would go with her. She went by herself. She didn't think anything of it. Yes, that's true, Shelley. I keep everything, and so does my friend Teresa. And sometimes she needs something that I've saved, or I need something she saved. And when I was real small, probably like maybe 3 or 4, my grandma, Mimi, she was still working, and my mom called her and said, "Oh, Mom, I'm so bored. Amanda's bored. I don't know what to do." She goes, "Well, why don't you go downtown?" Well, my Mimi was talking about downtown Granite City, the little town where I grew up. Mom was like, "Yeah, let's go downtown." So she took me downtown St. Louis to go shopping. And she must have hit a sale, because she said she found all kinds of stuff for Christmas gifts. And she said I was so small. She was like, "Amanda, you have to hold on to me and don't let go." And when my grandma found out that she had taken me downtown in the city, she was like, "Oh my God, I thought I meant go downtown Granite." Hi, Tom. How are you? Tom, I don't know if you know, but you got picked in a drawing the other day, so I need your address. You can just message me, or you can email it to info@grammyscraftboutique.com. So we're just greening up the base a little bit. Greening it up. Hi, Justin Green. How are you? How's it going? I see you're going to be doing a live for the holidays page for their birthday. Have you decided what you're going to make yet? So I'm trimming these in a way that I can still use those other pieces. Yeah, Tom, you're very welcome. We're just doing a live every day, and we're doing one attendance prize at the end of the live. And then for anyone who blesses our page, then we pull a name, and then that one gets announced the next day. I like how this greenery has a little bit of a soft flocked look and little cream colored berries. Well, Justin, I was so disgusted with myself from the live marathon because I had such trouble with getting a good view with my phone because I'm so used to this stinking Mevo, which, don't get me wrong, I don't love the Mevo, but I got used to it. So I ordered a new phone stand with light in case Cindy ever invites me to do another live. Because I was like, girl, I promise I'll do better. I just love these darn candlesticks. Like, I want to decorate all of the candlesticks. I almost literally took one from my parents' house, and then I realized that they were actually using it for decoration. So I thought, I better not be just taking their decor. Oh, Grammy's looking up charity donations for taxes. Ugh. Mom, you probably missed the beginning of the live, but I was singing you and Dad's praises for being good with numbers and paperwork and all of the bookkeeping type things. Because I'll be honest, I'm not. If it wasn't for my father, I would have never gotten through math classes in school. I feel like most of my youth was spent sitting at the kitchen table, crying a little bit, and desperately not wanting to do math. Oh, thank you, Justin. You're too kind. You're too kind. So sweet. I just really think we have such a nice, kind community. Of course, Grammy is a mama bear, so if someone was not nice, she'd take care of it. She would take care of it. I'll never forget the time a mean little boy down the street pinched me when I was a kid. Oh gosh. He pinched me really bad too. It left like a blood blister. My mom lost it, and my dad had to be like the voice of reason. you can't go down the street and assault a child. And my mom was just like, oh, he put his hands on my daughter. So we're just building up our base, getting some greenery around there. It's gonna look nice and airy, I hope. Oh, thank you, Shelly. You're so sweet. Hi, Katie. How are you? How are you? How have you been feeling? You know what? I shouldn't ask you that. That's downright rude because you probably get tired of people asking how you're feeling. Because sometimes I do too. But it's only because I care. I know what I can ask. How's the puppy? How's the puppy? You guys, I found some puppy pictures of Teddy, my mom and dad's dog, when he was just a little bitty guy. And oh my goodness, that little stinker. He was so cute. So I'm going to use some of my purple tulips. Mom and I went bonkers for tulips at one point, and I think we bought all of the tulips that Michael's had. My mom and I have a tendency to not buy, how should I put this? Like when I was working in retail, I never had like one pair of shoes. If I had a pair of shoes that I really liked, I had them in every color. So this is going to be time consuming, but I am going to dip the stem because these tulips from Michael's, sometimes they come off of the stem. The Michael's bunny, Christine, I haven't. I've done a centerpiece with the Walmart bunny, and this bunny came from Grammy's basement. But I know that I've bought some of Khalil's flocked bunnies because I found them when I was in the basement. And see, how could I put it, Mom? We're not good with moderation. Possibly that's a good way to put it. Oh, and Lord help me if I find a good pair of slacks or jeans. I definitely want them in every color. Oh, yeah, Christine, I did. Yeah, I know. They were so small, weren't they? Teddy was just, oh God, he could fit in the palm of your hand. And we were so silly. We thought that, we would be able to like bring him over for lives and he would sit like a good boy while we were doing a live. We're so silly. Teddy is wild. He is still so incredibly full of energy. That's why he goes to doggy daycare twice a week, so he can play with his friends. He's just full of energy. But oh my gosh, I was looking at these puppy pictures of him. I remember the day we went and got him, and Mom goes, "Oh my gosh, he's so tiny." And the guy, the breeder's husband, was the one that met us. And I don't know if he thought we were going to say, "Oh, we don't want him." But he was like, "He'll get bigger, I promise." And we were like, "Well, no, that's okay. He's adorable." And he is. He's adorable. Yeah. My Mimi, my mom's mom, that's very true. What my mom is saying in the chat. If we like something, we want every color. And Mimi would say, "You deserve it." So I loved my Mimi, but there's a good possibility that she was to blame for my first real credit card. Because my Mimi said I deserve it. So I'm just kind of staggering these, just going up and down with them. Yeah, I think Jack would like to see Teddy. He's so bored. You guys, I usually take Jack to the same doggy daycare that my parents take Teddy to. And he's a golden retriever, and he loves everybody. He loves every other dog, every person that works there. But I didn't want to take him if he had ear infections. So he hasn't got to see Teddy. He hasn't got to go to school. He's just so bored. And he's, like I said, he's pretty much had enough of me cleaning and medicating his ears. I mean, he'll let me do it. You guys probably know how Goldens are. They're just big, fluffy babies. But I picked up the bottle of the ear flush, and he just walked away. He was like, "No, we've done enough of that." Teddy is a Shih-Tzu. He's a Bichon Shih Tzu mix. My parents had a Bichon, a full-blooded Bichon named Ziggy, and he passed. And, you know, they went through that natural thing, I think, that we all go through, where we're like, oh, I could never go through that again. It's so hard, and, you know, having to say goodbye to them. But after a couple years, I think it was about a year and a half, you know, my mom said, I do really, really miss the sound of, you know, little paws and someone to cuddle with. And yeah, so he's a half Shih Tzu, half Bichon. And he's adorable, and he's so smart. Kind of creeps me out sometimes because he like listens to everything you say. I'm like, you can tell he's listening to you, Mom. So I'm just going up and down, zigzag with the tulips. I'm trying to pick out the ones that I feel like look better. We have our neighbor has a miniature schnauzer, and she is sweet, and she would just play and love on you, but she has a real high-pitched bark, and my golden Jack, he just can't stand it. Like, if she's outside, he comes back in. And and then my neighbor feels bad. She's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, there's nothing to be sorry about. It's just Jack is just like almost can't handle, I guess, the high pitch. Hi, Cheryl. So we're adding the tulips all around. And one of the reasons why I did put the moss on first is because I don't want this to be super dense. I want it to be more airy. So there are going to be some spaces. I had to take a drink. Benjamin got his name because if I would have had a little boy, that's what I would have named him. Oh, Asher is your dad's name. You know what? I had never heard the name Asher until I was working in retail, and one of my customers, his first name is Asher, and turned out he was kind of a local celebrity in like a local St. Louis area band. And I had never ever heard that name before I met him. I like this. It's like it has that lighter flocked looking greenery and little purple berries. Honestly, I've got to do better. I don't know what this is. Made in China. That's not helpful at all, right? But I like that you can push this up. You know how I feel about that. So put the purple over here, the greenery, push this up a little bit. Push this up a little bit. And it kind of makes it more full. Not sure how long I need it, so I'm going to make it. Oh, it is? Oh, I did not pay attention in Sunday school. Shame on me. Probably going to go straight up into the foam from the bottom. So I'm just going to give myself about maybe like an inch and see how I like that before we glue it. Oh, I think I like it. Look at that. Bye, Tom. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Wait, is it Friday? You guys, between my my stomach acting up and the water in the basement, me trying to help my husband get his prescriptions from Express Scripts, which I feel like we can talk bad about Express Scripts because I've worked for them and my husband still works for them. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk bad about them. And then it's like, I feel bad for people who don't have anyone to help them with some of this stuff. Like yesterday, I was so mad about having to log into an app to make an appointment. And so I was on hold and I was texting my mom and dad, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. What do elderly people do? They might not know how to download an app to make an appointment with a doctor. Ooh, you know what? Lavender. Yeah, you know what? I bet you're right. I bet you are right. So I'm just going every few inches. I'm kind of making that drape down a little bit. I'm going to put 1, 2, let's see. I've got another stem of this too if I want to add more, but don't want to go overboard. I have a history of going overboard. Ha ha ha. True story. Oh, so Asher is in the Bible. Is it in the Old Testament by any chance? Because I'm just curious because they were a Jewish family, and his mom, gosh, she was probably in her 90s when I first started working at that store, and I was in my 20s, and she made no bones about the fact that she did not think I was a pharmacist. First of all, I was a woman. I was young, but the more she trusted me and the more, she would talk to me, she didn't want to talk to anybody else. So I really had to be patient with her and win her over. But when I did, I was her go-to pharmacist. So that always felt good. Had to be patient. People that have been around for almost 100 years, I'd have to remind myself, this is a whole different world. The things that they've seen and they've lived through, Sorry guys, I'm having a little trouble with my placement on this one back here. So that's why I'm messing around. Oh no, am I missing comments? Yeah, I do. I do think I need a purple bow or a little purple blossom or something. We'll take that bow off. And then I found out after she started accepting me and she only wanted me to take care of her, I actually found out that she had been in Auschwitz. She was a Holocaust survivor. And when I was in the hospital with blood clots, I think that was 2010, she came to see me. And it was funny because it was like she was coming to visit me, but at the same time, she was like, "When are you coming back to work?" And she lived to be like 105. Very tough lady, very, very amazing. Did I miss something Carol said? Sorry, I'm just talking and talking. Talking. Oh, thank you, Carol. You guys are so sweet. This is this arrangement is going to be near and dear to my heart because I love everything purple. I love every shade of purple. Give that a bend. So I'm just looking at it. Look at it from this way and this way. I can hear my husband in the other room. He is struggling with his allergies. He's just been extra sneezy. That one's not glued yet, but I'm just checking to see. Another stem of this. I think I need 2 more. And my husband hates to sneeze. I mean, I hate hiccups, but he hates sneezes real bad. Is this the one that I haven't glued yet? Thanks, Nancy. Well, that's when I don't know, Mom. I've always loved decorating my house, but right now my house is overwhelmed with stuff and it's nobody's fault. My husband has a side business. He sells vinyl records and CDs. He does record shows and flea markets. And right now, between my craft supplies and his stuff, there's just very few areas that I can keep nice and cleaned up. And right now we're just cluttered. And like I said, it's nobody's fault. It's just my house is bursting at the seams. And so I'll probably list it so it can go to a good home where people have it tidy. Isn't that cute? Cute. Okay, so really could face this any direction, but I have it facing me with the bunny at a little bit of an angle. And just looking to see if I want some more tulips in a couple spots. This tulip, I don't know where this tulip came from, but it's missing a stem. So we're just going to fix that real quick. Jelly, you guys, you're so sweet. Everybody's so sweet. Almost like you've been coached by my mom. I shouldn't say that. I mean, my mom is partial to me, but if there's something I can do better, she'll let me know. She'll be like, you need to do this or this, and just finding a couple spots where we need some more tulip action. And these tulips that come from Michael's, they have two different shades. So you have a lighter and a darker shade. So I've been not only zigzagging the tulips up and down, but also alternating with the color too. Feels like it's going to rain here forever. Oh, Shelly's giving us lots of hearts. Thank you. So I guess after the live, I'm going to have to see if my dad wants to come over and investigate my leaking wall corner in the basement, or if he thinks I should just call a plumber. There's a really good plumber in town. They did my sump pump, but man, they're expensive. Round. Round and around. Actually, I think we're good with the tulips. I'm going to keep those though. And I found these sweet little cream colored, they're just little rosebuds. But I thought, it's from Michael's. Maybe we'd add a little pops of off-white. I'm a big believer that pops of white or cream just actually make your design stand out more. If that makes sense. So I don't have many of these, but I'm just going to pop them in a few places and see what we think. Mini ranunculus. Oh, dang. You guys are so, I'm telling you, my people are a wealth of information. We got good peeps. I do try to pay attention. Like when I get an order in, I'll look at my invoice. I look at the product. I'm like, okay, so that's what that's called. Okay. And then I'll remember it. But some of this stuff, it's like, they don't tell you what it is. I'll get it and it'll be like cream flour. I'm like, well, that's not helpful to me at all. Hi, Anthony. Oh, Melissa, you work in Michael's and you do the florals. Okay, you're going to be my floral name connection. Probably going to wish you had never told me that. Like one of my best friends, she worked in landscaping for years. And she was probably like, if Amanda texts me with one more garden related question, but hey, we all have strengths, right? So people still reach out to me if they need information about their medication, and that's totally fine. Because I was and I'm still a pharmacist. I keep all my continuing education and all that jazz, but all have to lean into our strengths. Hi, Georgie. How are you? Thanks for being here, everybody. Don't forget, if you bless our live, you get entered to win a prize that we will announce tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow, Grammy might be here. She thinks it's better when she's not here because I can explain what I'm doing. And she is like me, she's a talker. But I think she needs to come at least once a week so she can visit with everybody. That's just my humble opinion. Of course, and I like her being here too. So I've got these last pieces of this greenery that I held on to. You know how those were too long, so I trimmed them in half. So I've got a few pieces to fill in where we might need some filler. This one came off of somewhere and I don't know where. Oh, yes, I do. Right here. Nope, that's not right. Well, that's strange. That one doesn't have a home. So I'm going to face it again toward me the way I think I would display it if I were to keep this adorable thing. Just going to fill in right here. Starts to get a little tricky once you get a lot of stuff going in your foam, finding a good spot. Hi, Dawn. Welcome to Grammy's Craft Boutique. And the bunny came from Grammy's basement. So that's why I've been teasing everybody that they need to get over to our Etsy shop and get a D-stash box, because this bunny was, I'm not going to say stolen. I'm going to say I procured it from my mom's crafting stash. That sounds better than I absconded with it. Right? See, we filled that in there. All cute. Thank you, Anthony. So, Mom, do you happen to remember where this cute bunny came from? So we can tell Dawn. Georgie, how is Grandma doing? Grammy, my mom, she's good. She's home today. Her and Dad has eye doctor appointment. And I was just talking about how I think she needs to come over tomorrow because you guys haven't seen or heard from her in a while. So I'm just taking these final pieces, going in where we need a little filler. Yeah, Grammy's good. She's got her eyes checked. Dad got his eyes checked. I was telling everybody earlier that I was annoyed though yesterday because I wanted to call and make an appointment for her, and apparently that's just like not something that you do anymore. You have to download an app and fill out information and then request that they call you for an appointment. And I was like, this is nonsense. Just nonsense. And then I tried to help my husband with his prescriptions through Express Scripts today, and they wouldn't talk to me because of privacy laws. And I said, okay, well, how do we fix this? Because I'm his wife. And, he's literally like, please, God, just talk to my wife because he's tired of trying to deal with it. And I don't know. I know that the privacy laws were put in place for a reason, but it makes it more difficult for people to help their loved ones. Okay, so I am really starting to feel like this one might have to live here at my house, even though I was saying that my house is currently cluttered with my husband's stuff, but but it's so cute. I have a couple pieces that just like don't really belong anywhere. They didn't have stems, so I'll set those aside in case I need to. So you think either Michael's or Hobby Lobby? It came in a bag. Let me see. Item number 102252. It just says bunny sitting. These stores are just not helping me out. So I do want to do something with his ribbon. I can't get to my 5/8 inch ribbon right now though, because I have a huge box light, a fan, and I know I have some 5/8 inch lavender and white. So I don't even think this is glued. I think this is just tied on so we can snip it off. It's a naked bunny neck. Yeah, it was in the plastic bag. Yep. I'm just perusing all of my stuff here. Yeah, so I think I'll make just a small, just put the ribbon around his neck and then maybe add a little lavender bud, a little tiny flower. I would do it right now if I could get over to that corner. Try to make it to where you guys, well, no, it's pretty much a mess. I was going to say, try to make it look nice. So you don't have to see my mess, but I just looked behind me and I'm kidding. You have to look at a mess. Just kidding. Oh, just Googled the number. National Furniture Supply, $162 for a set of 6 bunnies. 6 of these? $162? Interesting. There he is. Oh, yeah, you might have got it from Zulily. You know, we love us some Zulily. Did this top come from Zulily, Mom? Mom gave me this top. She thought it would be cute on a live because it has flowers on it. We have to pick a winner. Yeah, Scott's in the other rooms, but Jack actually is. He's in the doorway. He's not giving me any trouble about being live. For those of you who are new, my golden Jack, he's very patient while I'm live until we hit like an hour, and then he is not patient anymore. He will let me know, like, you've been talking to your imaginary friends too long, and it's time to pay attention to me. Okay, let's see how chatty you were today. 88 comments. Now, you know, the more you chat, the more times that the random comment picker enters you. So we're going to start, and all the names go around and around and around and around. Ah, Deborah Gudak, you can't win. You're Grammy. Just kidding. You can win if you want. I'll give you some ribbon. But since she's in the process of destashing, she probably doesn't want any. Melissa Schmidt, congratulations. Your comment, hi ladies, was picked. So you get a prize. Send your address to info@grammyscraftboutique.com. Unless we already have it. I'm behind on sending out prizes. I'm behind in life. Like I said yesterday on my text message, I am running late because of who I am as a person. I said the first time I ever said that, I was in college, and I was commuting from this side of the river, Collinsville. I was living with my family, and I was commuting to St. Louis at the St. Louis College of Pharmacy, and it was my med chem professor, and I was running late for something, and when I walked in the lecture hall, he said, "Ms. Gudak, why are you late?" And I said, "Because of who I am as a person." And he said, "Excellent. Take your seat." I'm like, I don't know what to say. Chances are, Mimi had probably made me lunch, and I was farting around at home, and I was just running late. So, anyway. Okay, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're watching the replay, don't forget, if you bless this live, you still get entered into possibly win a prize that we'll announce tomorrow. So I'm just going to go see if there's any place that's not cluttered with my husband's things that this might fit perfectly. Oh, are you getting ready to stretch? Are you stretching? Are you getting ready to tell me to get done? Okay. All right. Yes, that was him telling me to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow. Happy Friday. I know, buddy. You're so good.